Mm. I have a cup now. There you go. I managed to get a cup. I'm eating rice. I managed to get a cup. I'm eating rice. Perfect. We are on stream. And I have a chat. Perfect. Welcome back, Flaming. Hi, honey. How you doing? Is that Alistair? Welcome back, Bubby. Also, Presville, welcome back. Whoever sent that comment, you're like, that didn't go so well. I'm like, I'm getting rice. How is the rice? I hope you feel your tummy better. Reyes, welcome. Howdy, howdy. Welcome, welcome. I'm eating rice right now. Working on my tummy since I can't sleep. I think I'm getting more awake. How you guys doing? What you guys thinking? How's the stream? I added tags, changed the title. It took me a little bit, but I figured it out. I'm sorry I missed your last stream. Oh, don't worry about it, honey. The only time I stream is chaotically. Just sporadically, chaotically. You can't predict my movements. I'm a bad VTuber. Wait, am I vertical on a horizontal, or am I vertical for people who are coming in on mobile? Because this isn't the traditional setup of a... I don't know, I saw Twitch has one now, and that's kind of weird. I want to take a nap all day, but I will not. Oh, come on! Sleep's the best. Oh boy, what'd you get? Oh, baby food?
It's called Everything But the Kitchen Sink.
Everything, even cheese. She's disgusted by that. Vertical on PC? Oh, man. So, what? Okay, it is vertical on PC. That makes sense. Versus... Does anybody on their phone? Am I vertical on your phone, or am I, like... I'm not on portrait mode. I'm just... What do they call it? Landscape? That's true. It is, but sleep doesn't like me. Oh, honey. There's so much you can do. What you doing, Mama?
Are you live?
Yep. I'm live. 5 people watching me.
I hope they're watching Genta.
Yes, they are. They are watching Genta. Don't worry.
The dog likes my concoction.
Well, it's because she starved herself all day. I have no plan for the stream, by the way. I'm all meted up. I'm like Iron Mouse when she gets all meted up. She's just completely zooted. She was in VR chat one time, and she's just like singing a song and just... And they kept trying to convince her, like, Mouse, you go take a nap, and she wouldn't. She just kept wandering about in VR chat. It was super cute. That's what it's like when you have chronic pain and disorders. It's just... I think I just ate a whole bowl of rice.
Yeah, there wasn't anything else in it.
Oh my god. I've never done that before.
Are you still hungry?
I wasn't hungry. It's just... My system's so weird right now that everything's just weird, and not in a good way, right?
Right.
So I was trying to like fill my stomach or drink water without making me have to cramp or diarrhea again. So I'm trying to like feel out my body. So I have a problem area up here in the stomach, and then I have a problem area down here in the intestines. But surprisingly, nothing with the butt. Usually when it's like, oh, I got it, it's a butt feel, but it's not. So, she stopped eating.
I think the dog's picking the cheese out.
She is. She is picking the cheese out of her chicken bowl. She's picky.
There's no chicken in there.
Oh, well, she's definitely not going to eat that then.
I didn't boil the chicken.
Yeah. Thank you for doing that for her, though. Sometimes the best plan is no plan. Yep. Gotta do everything impulsive. You don't know what you're gonna be or who you're gonna be tomorrow or today. Yeah, boy. I mean, I'm impulsive a little bit. Like, I thought about doing, like, a shrink plastic business. Because I got the materials. And I've seen the videos. I just need to learn how to set up the videos, edit the videos. And then I could be, like, one of those on, like, Instagram or TikTok. Probably not TikTok. I don't like it. It's just... I mean, that's where it's at for small businesses. But ever since YouTube has shorts, it's kind of like, pick Instagram or Reels or whatever. I don't know. I need to get good at using, like, the heating gun instead of putting it in the oven. I don't know if that's just a time thing, but like they all do that with shrimp plastic businesses. They're just like, no, I'm gonna do it this way. They put it in the middle of like a tape dispenser to hold it, and they'll like pin it down with something, and then they'll heat it up and it shrinks. It's weird.
Sounds dangerous. I like it in the oven.
No, it's not dangerous.
I like the oven better.
Because people use that gun all the time for the resin, and I'd have to learn how to use it on the resin anyways. That's why I bought it. I didn't know what I was doing. Okay. Heat guns are nice. They do it fast. I thought you said just a gun. Guns are nice. No, heat gun is nice. I can only read from a distance. I'm blind. That is true, but sleep doesn't like me. Been studying for exams. That's good. I do not miss them. I do not miss them. No, I should
Just gonna lick everything out but the rice.
Well, see, the good part about that is the rice is there to deter her from wanting to neglect the real food. Because otherwise, if it was just my chicken... So I put chicken... turkey, peas. So she'll eat the chicken. She used to eat the turkey and they'll leave the peas. But now she's like, peas and the meat is left behind, except when I left it there long enough to where it was unappealing, and she finally ate the whole thing because she starved herself all day. She's a picky dog. Dreamy's a picky baby. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are, you picky baby. We love you.
Doggy monkeys.
I'm almost convinced that all the new stuff she's been doing is purely attention based.
Probably.
Because like she started digging and I was like about to call you because I was like, I can't take it. That was a while ago. She knows I'm not feeling good, but she still wants all my attention. Alright, Mama Genta's gone for now. She might come back. But how's everyone doing? That was Mama Genta. We're very chill. We're not yeah bye. We're very say so. We're a say-so neighborhood. Hey, Sage. Welcome back, honey. Yo, Genta, long time no see. How you doing? Today was rough. TLDR. Almost went to the ER from pain. Had to take a laxative, and then I got diarrhea. Like, crippling pain. Like, I was on the floor, crawling, with basically naked, because I couldn't function. And then I had to take a Norco. And now I'm waiting to sleep. I just want to go to bed. After sleeping already 15 hours straight.
More than that.
More than that? Oh, God. I was dead to the world. I time leaped. I went from one day to the other, and it was like, I never woke up. Usually I'll wake up and then try to go back to sleep. But, man, I teleported. Is this the same timeline? I don't know. Is this the same timeline? Anybody here watch Steins Gate? Anyone here know Dempa? Do you know Dempa? What's a Dempa anime, huh? Do you know it? I don't. I kind of do, but not really. I accidentally watched a Dempa anime and had no idea what I was getting into. I enjoyed it. For a moment. Stefan, don't say that. Naughty. Oh shoot, sounds crazy. Hope everything is better. Yeah, I'm doing better so far. This is me feeling better, streaming randomly from my bed. I'm literally sitting on my bed, sitting in the middle of my bed. I'm using my big memory foam pillow as like my laptop, not my laptop, but my iPad is behind my phone, which my phone is on my stand, and everything is plugged in, and I'm just talking to you with my door open and everything. Dreamy's here. My blankets are here. My meds are here. My mom is here. That's her coughing is here. We're all here. But, hey, Stefan, you're not Stefoon. Stefan, mind your P's or Q's or you're getting knocked out. Thank you. We can have conversations, just not those ones. Thank you. What else has been going on? Have I watched anything new? I rewatched Summer Wars, the movie, like twice. That's like my new comfort movie. I love it. I love it so much. If you have not seen Summer Wars, I would recommend it in an English dub if English is your first language. Because they did such a good job at, because the only critique people had of the movie was that there's so many characters and it didn't feel like we got to know all the characters, and I say that's because you weren't watching the English dub. It very much gives you the characters everything in English dub. You get the vibe, you get the feels. It just hits different in English versus when you're reading the subtitles. You can't really relate to the character because you're too busy doing half the job of looking at like text and then looking up and then looking back at text. You're not really getting the full experience. So I would highly recommend watching Summer Wars English dub. It's a very good story. Very good story. I get goosebumps. I don't think I would cry, but it gives me goosebumps. I just really enjoy its everything. Dragon Ball Z is the best? Yeah, I'd say so. Did you know Pekora, a Hololive member, has never seen Dragon Ball before? Doesn't know anything about Dragon Ball, and then she did a entire playthrough of, I guess, one of the... Is it Dragon Ball Kakarot or something? Where it goes through all their main stories. And so she was reacting to it in real time like she didn't know what was going on. Dreamy, stop bopping your food. If you have a dog, you know what she's doing. She's trying to bury her food and knock it on the floors. And like she's so bad at it too, because all she's doing is giving her nose a rug burn. Dreamy, eat your chicken. Come on. Alright, I'm putting it on the floor, dog. Ugh. There we go. Alright, I'm back. Kakarot, yes. Yeah, I think it was Kakarot. Was it called Summer War? It's called Summer Wars with like an S. It's family friendly. It is a good movie. I would say it's right up there with Studio Ghibli. Right up there. I think it's made and directed by the same person, or at least directed by the same person that did... My brain just farted. They did another famous one. Wolf Children. I was just watching Wolf Children. They directed that, I'm pretty sure. Or the studio made it. I can't remember. So it was Wolf Children, Summer Wars, Belle. Another one I haven't seen. Apparently Summer Wars is very similar to what they did in Digimon at some point. I don't know anything about Digimon, but it was the same guy directing it. Uh-oh. Dreamy. Are you burping, baby? You okay? Dreamy's been having a lot of weird tics lately, and it's very concerning. I don't know. I'm trying my best with her, but she's gonna get her like shots and groomed soon, so we'll figure it out by then. We've already took her in twice. And they're like, I don't know, maybe allergies. What does the horse emoji plus a man mean? I really enjoyed Wolf Children. I did too. My favorite of the entire movie was the farming. Did you know charcoal vinegar is real? It's made from chicken manure and charcoal. It is an actual thing we can buy for our garden. I brought it up a couple years ago. Oh, speaking of gardening, oh my god. So, my grandpa lives with us again. He lives in the basement. He's behaved. He's like our pseudo neighbor. And this year we decided to plant dahlias again. If you don't know what dahlias are, they are flowers that have absolutely no fragrance. There's several different looking dahlias. In fact, there's like over 500 I'd think so. It's a big hobby. We used to sell flowers from our garden because we had like over 300 plants, and it was a U-pick. Man, the stories I could tell about that. We indirectly helped people with their weddings. We had like 14 weddings people would come and pick for their weddings. We had one lady, she got a tattoo of one of our flowers. She bought it and then took a picture of it and then got it tattooed, and all of her tattoos were so beautiful, like full color tattoos with excruciating detail. Like, oh my god, we had it all. It was such a fun time. But you know, everything kind of falls out of order. So this year we have only 12 plants. We don't have any of our original tubers. Our soil is so good that, see, with dahlias, they're not a flower you can leave in the ground. They have a tuber, which is kind of like a potato looking thing. You have to dig up the tuber, and it'll have all kinds of baby tubers attached to it. So you clip it. You then like roll it in some kind of preservative, whether it be like a sulfur or cinnamon, and then you like store it safely in a not too cold but not too warm environment. And then when it comes closer to the season, you're going to look at those tubers and see if they have something called an eye, which that eye is basically saying, here's a stalk that's going to grow and start, making a dahlia. Not all tubers will have that, but it's not uncommon to like not have ones that don't prosper. But yeah, you have to do that every year. It's a big workload, but they make very pretty flowers because you can let them grow wild and not like debud them. You want to have them debudded so the plant's not focusing too much on too many, like one flower versus like 5 flowers. What do you think is going to happen? One of the 5 flowers is going to do well, and the other 4 aren't probably going to do well, or they're going to be smaller. So you want to like debud them. It's just a fun hobby we've been doing for like a very long time, and we made money from it, and it was fun. This time we're just doing it as a hobby. Grandpa's growing, black dahlia. Every time I say dahlia, people are like, oh, black dahlia, like the black dahlia, the murder case. And I'm like, dang it, the murder case. Yeah, I know about it. Our flowers are better though. We were a part of the Dahlia Society here in Michigan, and now it's like grown to be even bigger. They're about to host the Dahlia like regional or society, I don't know, it's like a giant contest. They did ones before, but this one's like the national, it's a national one, and the guy who's in charge has never done one before, and he's really underprepared. We got like the down low from one of our neighbors that was he was like a higher chairman, but then he stepped down because he's like, I'm getting too old, but he still does dahlias. We bought the tubers from him, so the circle continues. It's just really fun. It'll be really fun. Hopefully I don't get too sick to the point where I can't manage them or help them grow. We don't know how these are going to do. There are times where you plant one and it just doesn't do well. Like it'll maybe be really late and it'll never blossom until dahlias don't die. They will continue to bud and flower until the first freeze. The plant itself can have a freeze, but if it's like a wet freeze, so it just rained and then it freezes, you could lose the tuber and the plant. You only want to lose the plant. So idealistically, you would take out the tubers, so you cut all the stalks down of all the flowers, and then dig up the tubers carefully, separate the tubers, put them into like a preservative. We're not allowed to do sulfur anymore because we thought that made us sick, so we moved to cinnamon. And yes, you might be thinking, oh, where do you put over 5,000 dahlia tubers that smell like cinnamon? Oh, in the basement, in the closet. And yes, there were cinnamon spills, so it still smells like cinnamon and sulfur down there. We just have a cinnamon and sulfur basement because we didn't know what to do. Now we do. We're well acquainted. But yeah. Plants are amazing. Plants are amazing. Horse? That's a wolf and child. Oh, you were doing wolf child. I couldn't. Let me look. That still looks like a horse. I'm sorry. Wow, you're heckin' smart. Sounds like a good... Yeah, so that's the thing about growing flowers. Grandpa's actually really allergic to, like, roses. So anything rose related is banned. And fragrance flowers don't do well with a lot of people because of the pollen and whatnot. So we would have several flowers to the point where we would just go to nursing homes. Even the nursing homes where we didn't call ahead, we just showed up. This was before COVID and all the bang bang shoots everything. So we would just walk in with a bouquet and say, hey, we have like 6 bouquets. You can put them on the table. And they're like, oh, as a gift? They're like so cute. And so that's what we did. We would do that. We'd go to nursing homes and just give them flowers, and it was very sweet. Until we have neighbors that moved in a couple years ago, and they called the police apparently on us once. Me and Grandpa didn't know, but Mom knew. They did not like the idea, and they probably didn't understand just how popular our U-pick dahlias were, because cars would stop several times a day during various periods of the day. So that probably unnerved them. They were very guarded neighbors. I think they must have came from somewhere like Arizona or like, down south where like things are a little bit more dangerous. But where I live, it's very safe. So yeah, we did have one time we did have a misunderstanding. So how the U-pick dahlias work is that for $1 you can pick a dahlia. And we have dahlias of many sizes. There are super small ones, super big ones, different shaped ones, ball ones, flared ones, special colors. And if certain flowers with a certain color and a certain twist, if it gets rained on, they kind of destroy too easily. We also had to manage the earwig population because earwigs like them. So we have like these foam cocoons in case they like climbed up the support pole. They would go into these cocoons at night instead of in the dahlia, so we would just like dump them in a bucket of like soapy water and then they die. Sounds like a good mix of smells. No, they don't smell at all. They're completely unfragrant. I'm confused. Cocoons. I'm just talking about dahlias because we used to sell dahlias. Dahlias are flowers. Unfragrance flowers. Think roses. A dahlia is a rose. That is a flower, basically. Now you got it, yeah. I know all the information. Imagine me being a 9-year-old going to like a Dahlia Society meeting with a bunch of 55 and mainly older people, like 80-year-olds. I was my grandpa's +1. I'm sure they were probably like, oh boy, there's a kid here, it's gonna be obnoxious. But no, I'm just a sweet girl. I'm a little autistic, and I minded my business and I learned stuff. Yeah. I was there for emotional support from my grandpa, so we didn't feel like a loner. And I enjoyed my time there. They'd have like snacks and stuff, but apparently it's gotten really big that nobody can manage it. That was for the sulfur and the cinnamon mix. Oh, right. So, I think we did try mixing them together, but then we're like, no, we think the sulfur is it's probably making us sick. Because it's indirectly inhaling or ingesting just from contact. So instead, we asked around and they're like, yeah, I skipped doing that and just went straight to cinnamon, and cinnamon was good. So yeah, we've dumped whole packages of cinnamon. Oh my god, right next to our food pantry, and it still smells like cinnamon. Still smells like cinnamon. What can you do? We'd have to rip up the carpets at that point. I vacuumed the hell out of it. Still slight smell of cinnamon. I like cinnamon, but like not forever. I don't want to smell this shit forever. Lol indeed. What else do I know about? I think that's it for dahlias. I have a fascination with potatoes, but we didn't really, I don't know. Our soil is kind of gravelly, which is perfect for tubers, because if you overwater a tuber, it's likely to like grow mold or soak and just all the bad things. Dreamy, why are you burying your food over there on the floor? Just eat it. Yeah, that's right. Eat it. You eat that food. Sorry, my dog is being a dog. Too much of it is a little much. Yes, exactly. I had to pull up the thing because that stupid heart's in the way. Happened the same to me with clove spice. Ooh. Yeah, imagine you spill garlic or something. I do like the smell of garlic. We planted garlic in our garden. I think it was supposed to deter, like, Japanese beetles, which, thankfully, through the nature of global warming, they have all died. Yay! Well, not all of them. I'm sure there's going to be, like, one or two. But, like, earwigs are down. Japanese beetles are down. Mosquitoes are down. Like, anything that was a pest before is down. Sadly, we don't see many butterflies anymore. And we don't see many dragonflies. We used to have a big community of those. I think that's it. There might be, bees. They exist. I think somebody does honey locally around. Like, they ask people, it's like, hey, can I leave a hive here because you have flowers or whatever? And they come and, give them, like, fresh honey, and then they take their cut of it and leave. It's very cute. A lot of bugs exist. Yes, a lot of bugs exist indeed. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. A lot of mosquitoes here. Oh no. I remember the year that probably killed the mosquito population, because what ended up happening was there was one year that it felt like, like a biblical swarm of locusts. We had a biblical swarm of mosquitoes. It was so bad that I think in the next 3 years we had so many, like, false freezes. It killed so much of their population, and then it was just glorious. Mosquitoes have never been able to recover. We stand no mosquitoes, which is kind of sad because they're the main pollinators. Only is it the male ones or the females? I think the females are the only ones that bite you. So I guess the male ones are the only ones that probably have time to pollinate. But yeah. Jamie, what are you doing? She's making a nest on my old blanket. What are you doing? なんだよ。何これですか? Man, if I had one more device, we could be listening to music together, but I don't have any on hand. I would have to turn on my computer. I don't know, how do you guys feel about Vertical Genta? Are you just happy to hear from me? Am I entertaining? What do you get from listening to me? Who here's actually watching, and who here's just listening while they have multiple other tabs open and doing other things? Are you doing your homework? Are you doing your homework? Or are you sleeping? Is this my ASMR for you? I'm just being silly. Very little. The Genta line. What is the Genta line? What is a Genta-ism? We have the problems with caterpillars eating. Oh, yeah. Caterpillars. We just don't have, like, a caterpillar population. Like, we go to Meyer Gardens has a butterfly garden. Outside of that, they're like, what do you do? I'm playing Hearthstone? What is that? Isn't that, like, a super old game? I'm bored, was trying to figure out how to build a garage particular accelerator right now. You're lying. That doesn't sound like a car part. We accept no sci-fi lies here. And how to slide proton off nitron atom. Yeah, you just lying. You lying. You ain't no science man. No, you're not a science man. No black holes for you. You can't make that. I am going to sleep in just one more minute. Oh, Stefan. What time is it? What time is it? Tell me what time is it? You better tell. Let me know. Man, if you guys think I'm pretty, can't wait for you to see Obi. Obi's gonna be beautiful. She debuts May 25. EST wise, it'll be either 8. No. It'll either be 9 or 10 a.m. Hers is like 3 BST. So that's 3 p.m. her time. And she is like 5 hours ahead. Yeah, oof indeed. But I got to be there. She's my first sister. And I have 2 more coming. Let's go, baby. I'm ready for it. Oh, Stefan, do you have school tomorrow? Honey, do you have insomnia? Or is it just like stubbornness? Like, I want to go to bed. I feel you, because when I have to take my meds, I feel so much better. I'm like, wow, I can do stuff. I can do crafts. I can bend over. I can go for a walk. And it's like 30 minutes later, I just binge food. I eat food, and then I like pass out super hard. It sucks. But I always fight it because I don't like being completely sedated. It's just not, it's scary. It's not fun. No, Hearthstone is like Yu-Gi-Oh! Or something, the best way I can describe it. Oh, it's a card game, really? Kind of like a card game? Interesting. Trying to juggle like 3 streams at once right now. Flame! Who else are you watching? Any Stargazer members? Also, Flame, how long have you been here? I feel like you're kind of new. Like, I've been away for a while, and I feel like you were here. Maybe you were like a semi-regular for the other girls at some point, but I wasn't, I'm not a part of their communities as much as I probably should be. I just kind of dipped, Is that the hamster? Oh, I'm sorry. It's Ayami! Ayami, Kurami, Orami, how you doing? I love your model, hon. You popping off. Thank you, by the way, for watching the Stargazer collab and then time-stamping our lewd moments. I usually watch, like, streams back, but I have not watched that stream back, really. It had so much going on. It had too much going on. We were fucking unhinged. I'm just bored. You're just bored. Nani, yo. It's like 7 a.m. for Flame? Really? Do you have like the day off or something? Or you just can't sleep? I don't know. I feel like I'm the only one that treasures sleep so deeply. I will send a picture of my Google search history, and I will not accept the slander. Okay, I'll have to see it afterwards, because I can't do anything but what I'm doing. All my screens are being used. I'm a regular to Cherry and Star and Kimmy and Rhea. Oh my god. As much, and I started watching you the same time, just lurking. Aw, that's sweet. You are like the super fan. Can you draw? Some people like in our communities draw fan art sometimes. I don't know if you did. I only just joined Cherry's Discord, and I haven't been up to date with any Discord. I basically took a month and a half or more off of just doing anything, and I've been reading fanfics. You guys already heard this, but I've been reading fanfics, and I'm still not over it. I quite literally, like, I'm discovering things about myself. I'm discovering things about myself that I didn't know I was needing to think about. Bruh. I do love on the tag that because Alistair is asexual, that everyone's like being specific. They're like asexual Alistair or non-sex repulse asexual Alistair, and then they get like specific like on the scale and spectrum, and I'm like, this is really sweet, guys, and all, but like, you're gonna make them bang. I know you are. You're just gonna do it because he's too perfect of a boy not to spoil in that way. It don't matter that he ace. I'm sorry. Like, they're accepting it, trying to be respectful of it, and then they're like, nope, they got a bonk. He has to be that kind of ace. It works. It's not. There are some people, I really do like it that, like, some of the artists, well, not artists, but like, what do you call fan fanfic writers. Oh, writers and authors. I like that some of the authors themselves are like, I'm an ace person, and this is my take on this, and this is how it's like, I say they're this way, and they don't pick like the hard no lane, and I'm like, huh, interesting, okay. Anyway, I'm sorry, I talk about fanfic again, god damn it. Let me catch up with the chat, I'm so sorry. I am professional when it comes to finding lewd moments. I missed it when you used to do clips, Ayami. I missed that. But now you have your own career, and I'm just like, I'm happy for you, but I missed it. I missed the clips. I was trying to sleep, then I saw Genta, and here I am, but I need to sleep, so bye. Thank you, Stephum. Please sleep, have good slumber. I'm sorry, I meant when OB debuts, it will be like 5 to 6 a.m. Oh, you California time. Yeah, oh, that's gonna be for Star too, and you heard nothing. I didn't say anything. I would love to see a Stargazer manga skit. You'd have to ask our fan artist go-to comic maker, Ziggy Boo. If you could make a skit or a script and send it to Ziggy Boo and entice him, he might draw it for free, but we might commission it to be done. Because, yeah, their art is beautiful. They know what they doing. Sorry, I'm in the middle of a game, so I'm not saying things right, but once I finish, I'll do better. Oh, don't worry, Flame. Or is it Flam? Flam? Flaming? Flame? It's weird how they get rid of the E, and then I'm like, huh? I've been calling you Flam in my head, but I know it's Flame. When I think of Stargazer, I think of the one song from... Do you mean Anamanaguchi? Or do you mean Stargazer? Oh, yeah, there is a Stargazer song. I don't know it, but it does not surprise me there is one. Me too, but people kept calling me a clout chaser. You just delete them. You just delete the comments. Delete them. Delete them. Delete it, delete it, delete it. The best thing you can do is ignore them, because they're wrong. You're here to spread joy and cheer. Who cares? Honestly, okay, let's break this down. Honestly, even if you are a clout chaser, who the fuck isn't anymore? Like, seriously, influencers are just that. They chase trends. They clout chase. Who cares if it's parasitic in nature? Who cares? No one's getting hurt. Unless somebody explicitly went, hey, I didn't really appreciate that, and I don't really validate clips, even though it's completely fair use and you can do that. You know, if somebody has a real grievance and they come to you, I could understand that. But nobody does. People are like, oh my god, you made a clip of me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Especially if it has subtitles and it's edited. Like, bruh. Seriously. They doing you some beautiful fan service and you decide to go, filthy clout chaser. Who cares? Anyway, that's my take on that. Making drama. No, they making their own money in their head by just getting in yours rent-free. Don't let them get in your head rent-free. Kick them out. There are no squatting rights in my head. That has been outlawed years ago. Nom, 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 nom. So I got rid of them. But they are like tests for edit clips. That's fine. That's fine. I do that too. I experiment on like my software. I can't remember their names right now, but you get it. Yeah, I started watching the Stargazer group because of Star, and one of my IRL friends is also an IRL friend with her. Wow, really? Oh my god. So when Cherry said her baby was coming, she didn't mean she was in the hospital today. Yeah, so they said April, May, June, July. Yeah, so this is around, oh wow, life is about to be born either this month or a little bit past. Girl, I hope everything goes well. I hope everything goes well. That's a terrifying situation to be in. And she still wants to be a VTuber. Props to her. Big mega props. I love her. She was already the mother of the group. She was like our Nina Kosaka of the group, or what's her name now? I don't know. She's a cockroach now. She's our mama. She's mamaed us. She taught us, and now she's going to teach baby dragon. Aww. My only thing is I genuinely hope that there's something in 16 years for that child, because it doesn't look good, you know? I don't think we're going to go extinct in like 13 years, but it's going to get worse. I don't see it getting better. I see it getting worse until, I feel like what's going to happen in life is that enough people are going to like die, like half the population's going to die, and then people are going to be like, all right, we need to actually do this correctly this first time because we don't get to mess up again. I'll probably be long dead before that happens, but that's what I feel like history is going to be like in 100 years or so. And that makes me sad because it's like it's supposed to be happy. You're welcoming a baby into this world. It's just the joy of life, the joy of starting a family. It's like you only get to start a family really once, and then you just kind of have it forever. She's having a baby. What? Was that uninformed? Yeah, she has a baby. It's not a secret. She announced it and everything. I think she told us first, in Stargazers, before she made the public announcement. Yeah. So props to Star. We have a VTuber mom in the making. Baby dragon. Aww. Anyways, I went on a little tangent. What am I doing? Subtitles are hard too. No. You're using the wrong thing. You need CapCut. Use CapCut auto captions. Mwah. It's free. It's all free. Completely free. There are some better auto captions that have like special effects to them that now are a lot behind like a paywall, but the free ones are manageable and good. It is a good free app, and you can pick like if you want to make something more high def or have like a lower file size or something. It's a very good app. It has many features, not too many to where I'm like lost. It's like my alternative. I use that, and then the one I use mainly for edits. I hiccup from the two of them. Squatting writes Lamau. No, but very soon. She's due like the end of the month. Oh my god! That is terrifying. At least I know she's gonna get an epidural. I was like, girl, I hope you're not gonna do it the hard way. Because that may deter you from ever having a kid again. I don't know if she wants another kid, but those are the thoughts I have. I'm like, if you do, don't make the first one the worst one. Just try to do everything you can for it to be better, you know? But that is completely up to her and her choices. Whatever works for her, fine and dandy. I've seen people give birth in a swimming pool, and I'm trying to figure out the logic in that. Is it comforting? Is it better? It seems more dangerous, but I don't know. There's literally a YouTube channel that every year they post another, like they welcome another kid into the world, and that's only their YouTube channel. One video each year of just that, and it's like this big family. You would think it feels like a cult, but I double-checked some resources, and I'm like, nope, they're just a family, and I don't know why they make this public, because it's, it's a little intimate, I'd say. You can barely see anything, but it is a swimming pool birth. Oh boy, I don't know. That would be nice though. Just be home and not have to deal with the whole medical system. But like, okay, in theory, okay, I crave no children, but if I were to have a kid, I would much rather have them at home and then go to the ER so they can check them out, right? What if you never do that though? Is that illegal? Wait, is it illegal not to register a child? How would they know? Like the Amish, I don't think they register their children. I don't think they have a social security. That has to be illegal because Dreamy has to have dog tags. People technically have dog tags with social security, right? Right? I'm on a weird tangent, guys. I think the world will end in about 200 to 300 years from now. Exactly. I feel that. I agree. I think the population will kind of decrease now. Unfortunately, we're in a stuck position where we're saving too many people that probably should probably pass away peacefully. We're keeping a lot of people alive with unnecessary means, especially if they themselves are like, I don't want to do this anymore, right? America's still like 50-50 on people choosing how they want to live and die. And I'm like, if that's what they want, they should be allowed to choose it. They shouldn't have to go to another country to choose that. That's just my personal take as someone with chronic pain, right? I know I'm just living under a rock. CapCut is cool. I use it for memes. Game is almost done. What game? Oh, yeah, you're playing a game. Right. No, nothing often. You can postpone it. If a pregnant woman gets underwater, is she considered a submarine? What the hell? Is she considered a submarine? Just the fucking vision alone about that is just... Oh, draw that. Draw that, please. Not me in that position, but like... That's so unhinged. Huh? You don't have to register them or whatever, but I think there's only for a short... What? But I think that's only for a short amount of time. Yeah, because some people, it takes them a couple months to, like, name their child. Because I've seen a lot of birth videos where people are like, and we still haven't picked a name for them yet. And then the kid's here, and it's been 2 weeks, and like, yeah, we can't really decide on a name. And it's just the whole thing. Like, up to a year or so. Wow, that's actually a long time. Well, I guess it kind of makes sense because depending on your culture and country, infant mortality is, a thing. Right? They could... Usually in America, it's like the first few months let you know what the year's gonna be. And then from there to a certain age, you're fine. Unless something like a freak accident happens. Yeah, I think it's a timing window. Yeah. We're all so smart. We know everything about birth. I guarantee you none of you learned that in school. We all just went down a rabbit hole one day and we learned things. We learned things from either the media, from Google, from other sources. We all unhinged together. We are intellectuals. I had to phonetically figure that one out. Individuals. Sorry, I'm watching from work. Where you working? Ayami, where you working? Pizza Hut? Lol. For the rabbit hole, go crazy. Yeah, go cray. Game done. Woo! Is that only like just a hand though, Flame? It's just a hand, right? It's a card game. Oh, but it might have like a story, right? No, I've seen Heathstone. No, it's a card game. It's just over. That's how I found Genta via rabbit hole. Ooh, but what rabbit hole did you start down? Did you start down a VTuber rabbit hole? Did you start down an anime rabbit hole? Did you start down, I don't know, looking through somebody else's social media and then just like finding me? Maybe some of you came from like a short or two. It's very rare, but it can happen. Or Omegle. That can happen. Omegle's dead now, you guys. Bruh. This little bunny works at a ramen shop. Oh my gosh. I'm Ayami, stuffed bunny Taro-san. A ramen shop. How delightful. How yummy. Ooh, over here they're opening a hot pot and Korean barbecue. The prices are very high, but like, I'm ready for it. They're going to open in June. They're probably going to be stacked. I don't even think I like most of their menu because of what it is, but I really, really, really want to try it. It looks like fun. It looks like a good thing. There's like stuff I have ate, and there's stuff I want to try, but you know, $30 per person for a buffet, all you can eat style. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. We'll see how that goes. I play what's called the battleground mode. So 8 people play against each other. Ooh, okay. The game is fun. I enjoy it. Good. I was diving deep down in VTubing, and then I gone to YouTube Lives to see some subjects for myself. Found Genta, just kind of stuck around since then. Aww. Well, thank you. I've done that exact same thing. The best way to go about it, in my opinion, is you type in VTuber, then you go, make sure it's a live, but then you sort it by views. You sort it by views, you scroll all the way down, and then you start going up. That way you can find all the new people. That's kind of how Twitch works, because they won't show you new people. In general, you have to scroll all the way down to find like people with barely any viewers. But that's what I do, and it gives me a lot of peace. Also, I started watching pretty much everyone in Stargazers back in March Star, and I have technically been watching for years. We used to play that's so cute! Aw. Man, I love that. The Stargazer group was such a good impulse thing that me and Cherry decided to do. Cherry's been the brains of the operation this entire time. I feel bad for being so neglectful. I do nothing, basically. I'm like the pseudo piggy bank at this point. If we have like a project in mind, I can help, but I don't really have anything to offer because I'm so unreliable. But I'm very grateful that Cherry and I had the opportunity and that we still are doing this. I do feel bad for the second gen girls that we haven't talked more, except for Misty. I knew Misty before, but I do feel bad overall in general. Like we have Desiree, we have Misty, and then we have, I keep wanting to call her Star. I don't think her name is Star. Astara? Mio. Her name is Mio. I watched some of her streams when she was making cosplays. I watched Desiree. That girl can talk 1,000 miles a minute. I love her. I got to talk to her at a private call once. That was very sweet. Like, everybody's just really sweet. I just wish I would have been there to help make it more camaraderie, but I was so sick at the time. I quite literally would be like, okay, I have the energy, I can make it to my computer. I'd sit on my computer thing, and I'd start having, like, compulsions. Like, my breath would shorten, my head would get like, lightheaded, and then I would start flaring up in the back of my neck, and I got, like, both dizzy and pain, and I had to lay on the floor. I sent Cherry a photo once. I was so close because we were doing something with the group and I couldn't make it or something. I don't know if it was a call, but I literally was on the floor because I couldn't stand, I couldn't sit. It was bad. I remember, yeah. I found Cherry out random and had sent her support and give her motivation. Yay! We love that. I love this. So there's all kinds of drama going on in VTubers, but this small VTuber stuff we do, we still have drama, but like the connections are real. The connections are super real. If you like, you stay. If you don't, you still kind of support. It's nice. This is what we like. I did my best to help her as much as I could. Aw, honey. She appreciates that. You guys give her the momentum to keep going and keep trying. She felt at one point that she was stagnating a little bit, and I was like, Cherry, you're crazy. You work a full-time job, you manage the group practically by yourself, you help make projects and communicate with the girls, you have more, because when I met her, she's like, I don't have any VTuber friends yet, and I'm like, well, the easiest way to do that is get a VTuber group, right? Because anybody can be like, VTuber support chain, who wants to play games with me? And we're like, no, we want just like a group. That way it's like we can be in each other's lives and stuff. It's more of like a clan, you know? We're like a clan. A nice clan. Not a cult, okay? We're not a fucking cult. If we were a cult, we would be paying attention to Gen 2 a little bit closer, I'd say. Let me see how long ago I've been here, says Dragon. This little stuffed bunny will always support you guys. Aww, Ayami. Thank you. Sometimes I'm juggling 5 streams at once, but I'm honestly so glad I found y'all, to be honest. You guys saved me in one of my toughest times right now. Oh, Flame! I hope everything's going better now. I've been there. It's so nice to have like this one-way conversation, and then most people usually have a community that you can join and you can get closer to like other individuals and just have a new purpose in life. Our VTuber group was like that for me. I felt like I had a reinvigoration. But just like with everything, there's like ups and downs. Usually has nothing to do with the group itself. It has to do everything with the person in the group, like me. Genta's down again. Genta's down again. Please, someone res Genta. She needs a res. Where's my morphine? Oh, man. By the way, I'm Taro-san, Genta. Eh? Yeah, you're hamster. Yeah, you're Rin's person. I don't know if I'm allowed to say exactly what kind of person. So I just, you know Rin. You are friends with Rin. Right? Yeah, I know who you are. I saw your new model. I'm keeping up to date. Don't worry about it. I'll remember you. You've been here since the beginning. Well, almost. Pretty much. What? Rin disowned you? Nani? You can't disown family. Are you joking? Did you have a fallout? What happened? What happened? I've been here around 3 years apparently. Yeah, I probably could have told you that. Just you're the OG. You've been here a while. I knew that. Pandemic era. Yep. Do you guys know how long I've been a VTuber? Here's a note. 2020 March. I literally started the day of the pandemic in the United States. I was technically ahead of it by like a few days or a week, but yeah, basically, just as the shutdown started getting in order, I became a VTuber. That was coincidence and not planned. Okay, can we believe me on that? I hope you believe me on that. Oh, you had family drama? You really talk to her now? Oh, Genta making me feel better. Oh, honey. Aw. I'm trying to think what could have happened. I hope whatever's going on mends and that's not a permanent thing. It's good to have somebody in your circle. I mean, we can't always choose our family, but we can choose our friends. And yeah, I guess sometimes, family drifts apart a little bit at a time. Sometimes they're just things you gotta just wait out a little bit. Grow up a little more and then, turn around. It will. It does. Well, I'm a bad example of this because we would go to family reunions and we were like very much the afterthought, and my mom had to do a lot of work and she would apparently end up after every one of them just crying in the driveway in her car, and I never knew as a child until I literally did the same thing when I realized that they they don't care that we're here. Literally the only one that cared that we were there, he was pseudo adopted by my aunt, and he was trying to teach me how to do like pool, and he was trying to like wrap his arms around me to teach me, and I was just so freaked out that like nobody has gave me this much attention. And so that was the last straw. My mom had to lie to them and said, oh, I wouldn't let her bring her phone or something, which was a lie. And so we just left, and then we came to a mutual agreement that we would never, ever go to a family reunion again because it's awful. It was awful. A great example of this, the only time I felt like I was treated differently was one Christmas when my grandma bought all the kids DSIs but me. And my mom saw how distraught I was. She went on Craigslist, found somebody that had a DSI. It was a pink one, and I got one. So in a way, I will say, I didn't know what a DSI was. I didn't even know what a DS was, but I wasn't the youngest. I was like the youngest by 2 months. It's not like I couldn't read. And then you want to know the worst part? So I have only one younger cousin. And she's like the baby of the entire family, and once everybody grew up, they forgot about her, so me and her were like the last two, and I was like, man, she's experiencing what I'm experiencing, and this sucks. And so I played around with her, and we bonded. It was very sweet. And then for that Christmas, she got a DS. She got a DS. And she was still struggling to read. Rude. I'm not owed anything, but when you do something like that, it sends a very clear message. They're too stupid to realize that. Because my grandma must have had like a come to Jesus moment and just was like, hey, let's spend time together. I heard you wanted to get into sewing. Let me teach you how to sew. And so my mom would come because, of course, I'm not old enough to drive. I was still like 13 at the time. And we worked on like trying to make a skirt. And it was just so awkward because I felt no connection to her. I barely knew her. And I still don't know her, even though I've seen her every year. And so we just stopped. So, lesson of the story is, what you see and what you feel valid and correct in all those things. The best you can do is just, if you're going to, like, risk it all, just ask them. Tell them how you're feeling. Tell them how you think something's going, and that you don't like it or it makes you feel like a certain way. And then if you don't like that answer, cut contact from them. If you can't do it because you're too young, just wait them out. See if they change. Tell them they should change. And if it doesn't happen, you're better off not with them, honestly. It's good to have family, maybe as like an emergency. So I wouldn't say don't burn a bridge, but like don't go out of your way to make yourself miserable. That's my suggestion. Because my mom put herself in that just so she could make sure I had a normal childhood. And granted, her suffering probably did help, but I never did feel, I was never excited to go. So it kind of didn't work completely. It's not worth making yourself miserable for somebody else to have some kind of normal. Dang, making me cry over here. Oh, honey, I'm sorry. It's just, it is what it is. It is what it is. Your actions speak louder than your words. But I will say, Grandma did one good thing for me in that she had like this fridge in the basement, and she would pull out these juice boxes just for all the kids that would come over during the holidays. And that is how I got addicted to High C. I love High C. I love High C. I never knew it existed. I used to drink fruit punch. The stupid fruit punch that gave me a stomach ache. I don't remember the brand. I was going to sing it. Oh, man. I'm so glad. I would have never known that thing existed. Never would have tried it. Got to try it at Grandma's because I hate trying new things, but Grandma showed me that and I was like, yep, you know what? Give me that. That's mine now. Back to work, Genta, having a goofy stream. I'm just, what can I say? I'm a bit of is it a philanthropist? What's one of those smart people? Literal. I'm smart. I can have a hard time while being analytical. I can tell you about things and tell you the psychology behind it. Every action has a action behind that action, and let me explain to you the psychology behind those actions. Like, seriously, I used to defuse the fights my grandpa and my mom had. That only failed once because I said something that was wrong. Otherwise, I was the queen of being able to manage a situation like that. I understood psychology as a child way too early. Usually that indicates a bad household, but thankfully our breed of family is just a little bit weird and it's not like that. Usually people are like, oh, no, it's not like that, it's not like that. And then it is like that. No, like, seriously. It's just weird. The one thing we had a problem with, we finally kicked him out for it, and, took us a while to get our own footing, and now we're back at a neutral ground that does not feel too hostile. So, yeah, I need that skill. I'll tell you how you do that skill. You people watch. You just do. Now, I don't watch, crime, interrogation videos often for the reasons that most people do. They're, morbid with the stories. They're like, oh, give me the gruesome details. But I love just breaking down a person and seeing the psychology, seeing where actions stem from certain situations. I am 100% a believer that the first 5 years of your life as a child dictates what you will be for the rest of your life. You will be what you are as a child for the rest of your life. Whatever you've seen is going to be permanently in your brain and has, it's such an important time. And then you change the situation of okay, maybe if we change the environment, this can be undone. This is common psychology. There's a still face experiment baby test you can find on YouTube done by a university where basically this mom and her baby, they play. She's super interactive and just super positive, and then they tell the mom to turn her head away and then turn back at the baby completely blank face, and you could just see immediately the baby knows something is wrong. And so she starts using everything in her disposal that she was already using to get attention, to interact, and when it doesn't happen, she just is kerfuffled, and then she starts crying, and then they stop the experiment and they're like, I'm here. That explains a lot. And then there's another baby psychology study that was made by somebody who's French, and they specifically targeted their households. They got their background and they just put blocks in front of them to see if they would play with them while they're in a high chair. And you can tell the ones that weren't playing with it exactly what kind of household they came from. They broke it down so easily. I love that. I love that kind of psychology. It explains, because most of us, we go through life and we think it's our fault and that, we're just broken. We were born broken and it's our fault, and everything we did could have been better if it wasn't just you being born, right? We're to blame, when really it's the first 5 years of your life really, 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 really mess you up. I just disappear when stuff like this happens, then reappear after it's over. That's interesting. I also agree. Childhood is vital for the rest of your life. Dang. For real, you are really smart and got lots of knowledge. I appreciate. Yeah, this is what happens when you're scared of life. Have you heard the tooth story, Flame? Do I have to explain that one? I was mortified of losing my baby teeth, and I had to get them, I think it was, 7, 8 of them out. You don't know the story? So I was so petrified of losing my baby teeth because I was convinced if I swallowed them, I'd die for some reason. So losing my teeth was a very difficult part of, like, I say that was probably the worst part. So I built this system as a child, think like as a 7-year-old. I'm like, okay, to not swallow my tooth, every time I take a bite, I'm going to use my tongue and I'm going to touch all the back of my teeth to see if all my teeth are there. And I did this for years, like 2 to 3 years straight. I did this. I would bite, okay, all the teeth are there. Bite, all the teeth are there. Bite, and that was probably why I was a very skinny child. I didn't like to eat. I also had like a lot of food allergies and stuff like that. But like, I was tired at that point. It was taking so long to eat, and I didn't care for it. And then on my birthday one day, I was eating a taco. We had people over, and we had a taco. And I did the teeth check thing. And there wasn't a fucking tooth. So I did the one thing I never, ever, ever, ever do, and I spit the food out. That's disgusting. That's vile. That's almost like I'm going to puke levels versus like, okay, I'm going to die or I'm going to puke. Which is worse? I chose just blech. And I looked and I found the tooth and I went upstairs. I was shaking, by the way. I was actually kind of mortified, but like the pride was like making me, like, I showed my mom and I'm like, I did it. I lost a tooth. I found a tooth. And she's like, oh, good job. And she doesn't understand the whole in-depth 3 years me doing this system, and it actually ended up working. I told this story multiple times to my mom now that I'm grown up, and she always is like more and more realizing like, oh my God, you did that. My story doesn't change, but her understanding of it does, and it's fun. Psychology. I wanted to be like a counselor, but no. No. I really can't even get into it. It's just no. It's no now. I'm catching up. Where'd we leave off? Smart, lots of knowledge I appreciate. Yeah, babies are born with good moral compass. Yeah, babies aren't born racist too. That was also another baby study. And then they did a baby study about, like, they faked a drop, so they would tell the baby to crawl to them, but they would only see, like, you know, there's a plexiglass there and it won't fall or anything, but because it's clear and they see that the floor, you know, is there, they just won't go past it. And then they did some kind of illusion or something to see if they would, you know, like, who has survival skills? Does your brain's survival skills recognize the situation as dangerous or not? And it was very interesting. The what story? That was a tooth story. Losing teeth as a child for me was awesome. I used to just turn my teeth the other... What the fuck? Let me read that again because you scared me. Losing teeth as a child for me was awesome. I used to just turn my teeth the other way and creep people out. You were one of them. You were one of my teeth trauma. You are the reason I did what I did. Nasty. We shame. Put the cone of shame on you. Yeah, but we're dumb kids. We do dumb stuff. That borderline's like, if you were an adult and you did that, you're psychotic. But as a kid, it's a pass. I mean, it worked, I guess. She doesn't understand the lore. Wow, I mean, I understand it can be scary. Yeah, my fear, so we called it screamy Mimi fears when I was growing up. I would have screamy Mimi fears. I was petrified of the dark, like more than any child. Like I had like a military system about how to even get down to like the hallway, into my bed, into the bathroom, navigating. It literally, I think I had panic attacks before I realized I had panic attacks. Like I had undiagnosed anxiety my entire life. Seriously. I'm like, man, I shouldn't be functioning, but my curiosity kept me going. I had a military system, and now I can turn off all the lights and sit in the dark. Well, not when my eyes are freaking out, but I can do that. I go and jump on my trampoline. I don't need a light. I just have my music and I bounce on my trampoline in the absolute darkness and I'm okay. It doesn't bother me until I see an animal or a smell. Like, I can smell skunks because we do have a local skunk. And the cats, we do have roaming cats, and, you know, they go through our yard as their, like, you know, guard duty thing where they're just wandering about. Yeah. What else is there? My brain kind of went slurpy there. You guys are doing good. You're making me a little tired. Not because you're boring me, but you're making me expend the energy that was trapped in me that I could not get out, so I couldn't lay down properly. Let me catch up. Did you ever had... Okay, hold on. Flame says, did you ever have friends that did the... Why do you do that? Why? Words are as equally painful as the action itself when you have, like, a photorealistic memory like I do. Yes, I do. Inside, and they put that. You don't need to describe how it happens. Yes, I do. I do, and you are the trauma. You are the trauma I don't want back. Put it away. Flame, you are just pushing all the right buttons or wrong buttons, my guy. Ooh, that one was disgusting. Yeah, it was. I hated it. It grossed me out. Okay, so you were grossed out. You were just asking. Okay. Never mind. No cone of shame for you. I'm sure every child who did that has the same sort of eye damage when they grow up. Here's a story from my science teacher. He told us on the first day of school about his first day of school in science class where he had to go to the hospital. And we were like, oh, chemical burns. What were you guys doing on the first day? Because, you know, labs is usually not the first thing you do. You do, like, introductions. And he goes, well, we were passing papers like we're doing right now for introductions so we could fill out the information. And as I was passing it, I guess I just wasn't paying attention. It got close to my eye and it cut my fucking cornea. Brother, I didn't know that was a thing. And literally now anytime, after I heard that story in the 8th grade, I was like, 7th grade actually, anytime people handed me paper, I was already afraid of paper cuts, but now I'm even, anything eye related, I'm just like, nope, be gentle, I'll roll it up, I'll find an edge, I'll do something to it so it doesn't fucking happen to me. Learn from other people's mistakes. Don't be the mistake. Learn from them. That's why I love talking to older people. They tell you stories and facts that you didn't know, and that's probably why I was the least damaged child. I just got all the cheat codes. Not all of them, right? I still did my own wrongs, but, you know, it's good to ask. Ask your elderly people to tell you about their life experiences, even when it's the cornea story. Or the toe story. I don't want to talk about the toe story. He jammed a red hot paper clip under his toenail because it was, I don't know, the blood was like, because he dropped a hammer on it, and if you have blood underneath your nail, it needs to be ripped off or something. So to save that, you can like drain the blood, but it's gonna be, and then he was going to show us, this was a teacher, by the way, he was going to show us on the projector, like he untied his shoe and was going to put it on the projector, but we ran out of time. But he continued the story for the other two, like, classes, because we swapped for, like, science, math, and history. Yeah, I'm glad we didn't see it. My best friend saw it because she was in a different class. Fuck you, Mr. Betts, you suck. I liked him up until 2 moments, and that was one of them. Alright, what are you guys saying? Genta the Sniffer. I also have those memories. Also, you asked earlier what you called me, flaming or Arctic. Most people call me Arctic because it's easier to say, but I'm good with anything. I like calling you Flame. Everyone gets a nickname from me because it helps my memory. Like, I will... Remember Muffin? Theirs starts with, like, XXX or KKKK, something, N, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to call you Muffin. We haven't seen Muffin in a long time, but, hey, I remember you, Muffin. You can come back anytime and I'll still remember you, brother. That's because I named you. When you name somebody, you're bound to remember them better. Unless you're one of those people who change their username and picture all the time. I only have to go on your typing style, and you could be anyone at that point. You have to actively say, hey, Genta, remember me? And I'm going to like, okay, and I have to study. What do I not know of you? Oh, boy. Ooh, damn. What? The agony I feel right now. Anything eye-related makes me crumble. Mm-hmm. The sympathy pains are great with these stories. We have to put our bodies through the ringer, basically. I've had to do that. To relieve the pressure so you don't have more problems later, you poke the hole in the nail to squeeze the blood and stuff out. Yeah. These are horrible stories. Does anybody have a nicer encounter to talk about? This is all squeamish shit, man. God. I do not like. No more stories. No more stories like this. No more. There's a tip. Never try pouring boiling hot milk into a cup you're holding. You got 3rd-degree burned. Did you hear about that lady that got like 300-degree coffee from McDonald's and she dumped it on her lap and it literally charred her entire crotch area and they didn't want to pay for her surgery? Don't we love the mega corporations robbing us blind? We're poor. We're silly. Flame works for me. Yeah, you're flame. Flaming hot churrito. I was gonna say flaming hot Dorito, but it came out churrito, so I guess that's your like middle name. Flaming churrito. You have been dubbed Flaming Chorito. I'm silly. I remember Muffin. I haven't changed my name since 2015. Heck yeah! Like, it's fun to change your name. Like, for example, if I know, like, with Taro, goes by Ayumi now. Ayumi. They go by Ayumi now. I remember them because I still see their posts and I keep up with their channel a little bit. But if I didn't, I probably might ask questions. But I would kind of recognize it. Like, I can click on your guys' profiles again and go to your channel and see stuff. So that helps with me figuring out who you are sometimes. Not in a creepy way. I'm not stalking you guys. No. I'm not stalking. I'm politely researching, because it's awkward not to know your name and your address and your IP and your family members' phone numbers. I'm sorry. God, I've never once done that. It's fucking creepy. Hiya. Thank God I'm not a yandere, but I am a menhera. I am a menhera. Let's go. What dare do you guys think I am? I don't know all of them. I know dare, tsundere, yandere, kudere, and that's it. There's so many more, but those are the ones I know. Catching up. It's all disgusting. I fell off 6 mountains before. Why? How'd you fall off 6 mountains? Is that a game? What was bro doing? Exploring the ands? I don't know what that is. Using the mountain bike. Sometimes things happen and whoosh, off you go. Are you one of those mountain bikers that go on like a specific trail that's meant for mountain biking, and it's kind of like almost parkour kind of style, and you go super fast and you could die at any moment, but you just have to have the skills to do it? I love watching those videos, but sometimes my vertigo kicks in and I can't. They're really skilled and they're really cool, and you go like through the forest, through some deserts, through some mountains, and it's like crazy. I love it when they get a little bit lost. They have to figure out, I do turn here, I do go this way, right? Like, you can just see it. They're not talking, they're focusing because they have to, or they're gonna crash and die. It's kind of like YouTube has a community of, it's not paintball, what is it called? Airsoft is a very interesting community to dive into, because it's like in real life CSGO, and I love it. I just love it. They have drama all the time, but it's like, one and done like drama. Like, you're using automatic. No, you're using the wrong type of gun. He's like, you're using a customized gun. You modded that. Blah blah blah. It's like, I was already out. Like, it's very basic stuff, but it's like a vibe. You know, it's a vibe. I haven't watched an airsoft like video in a long time. There's just so many fun communities on YouTube. It's funny how we can make money off anything anymore. People before the pandemic were still like, influencers, YouTubers, content creators, what? That doesn't make money. And literally everybody, as a cope, just dug their heels in and like, yep, this is an industry. It makes big bucks, and you're a part of it now. And I love that. I love that. We are no longer the joke. VTubers are still trying to figure it out, but, you know, that's fine. Let's see. Sometimes things happen and whoosh off you go. I don't have anything on my channel, but soon we shall see. Give us the GoPro! Yes, let's go! I'm so excited. That'd be so fun. Do you want my SSN? What is that? I don't know what that is. Just post it to your YouTube channel. You can make it unlisted and tag it somewhere. I'm really interested in paragliding. I love paragliding. Oh my god. There's like this guy, I don't know if it is called paragliding, but he has like this giant like wind turbine on his back, and he'll just sit in a chair or something and just fly through the sky, and he'll make a pizza or go to Pizza Hut or go to McDonald's and order, and then he's off where he goes. And it's just, I love his content. He educates and entertains at the same time. It's very interesting. Love him. Hope he never dies. Too young to die. I think it's pretty cool. I want to base jump. Okay, I don't know anything about base jumping, but like, that sounds like you're just gonna die. Maybe not base jump. Do mountain climbing. How about that? Do mountain climbing. I don't know the Dares. Yeah, I don't really know anymore either. Yandere Simulator did this to us. I have no idea what any of them are. Yeah, I used to race in high school. Ooh, love that for you. That was fun, I bet. Hat's very cool. I gotta do cool stuff like this. Airsoft is really interesting. I like the videos where they craft shenanigans like drones and grenades and stuff. Yeah, that's so fun. They really do be making a war simulator with their airsoft community, and it's just like everybody's like, nobody's a psychopath, right? We're all friends here, right? Right? Oh man. I enjoyed it. The team was sucky though. If you weren't an elite in it, that's also the South Park talked about airsoft before, and it was very interesting. Social security number. No, I don't want your social security number. What are you fucking asking me for? For when you asked about RRP. No! You made me break my setup. Oh, and you stretch my legs. Brother, you better never give that. Don't even joke about it. You put that out in the universe, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Don't do that. Don't challenge fate like that. Oh, I think it died. Let's see if we can get back to it. Maybe my phone has hit its capacity. We'll see in a minute. It lasted longer than the first time. Okay, it's still loading. Okay. I see me, but do you see me? We'll see in a minute. Hello. Hi, everyone. We're back. How's it going? I'm just going to turn the brightness down a little bit. Okay, we're back. Sorry, I also meant the mountain bike team was sucky. Well, you don't need to be a part of a team to do that fun mountain biking thing I was talking about, because I think that will give you enough thrill, enough engagement in nature, and just the physicality and the toughness of it, but also the funness of it. It seems like a very relaxing thing, but you can get very hurt if you're not careful. But compared to like base jumping and doing some other things, it can be really dangerous. I guess a mountain biking team would be easier because you guys are just kind of going in circles or just following the track to a degree. It's like standardized race versus like just following a trail. Anyway. Also, no, I don't ride anymore, sadly. Aww. Pandemic changed the world, and end of the year never felt the same again. You mean like for New Year's? New Year's never felt the same again? What do you mean? Like New Year's Eve, bro, I saw that video that when he gone to the McDonald's. I know ye, lol. I don't know what you guys are talking about there. Sorry, I also meant the mountain biking team of Saki. Okay, I read that. Oh, here we go. What about my bank? No, just shut. Flame. I'm gonna bop you. None of that. You know, since it's only 3 of us here, why don't we get, if you want to get intimate, we can get intimate. How old is everybody? You can give a range. How old is everybody? Do we have any babies in the chat? Who needs to be banned? I wouldn't ban you. I'm not one of those people. But I'm 24, in case everybody forgot. I'm gonna be 25 this August. Woo! A quarter of my life is gone. I've wasted a lot of time. 23? Heck yeah. 17 to 18? Holy shit, you were a baby when you first got here. I hope I didn't negatively affect you in any way as you grew up. Oh boy. Oh, dragon. Save yourself. Save yourself. Save yourself. Yeah, true. Aw, buddy. Aw, don't worry, I'll forget about this in, like, the next one. This is what happens when you're, like, falling asleep. We've fallen asleep here. Lol. Lol, indeed. Can you guys hear the fan this whole time? Because I'm not wearing earbuds or anything. This is just straight to talking to my phone while looking at chat on my iPad as everything's plugged in. Whoopsie. Sleepy good. Sleep is good. No, I can't. Really? How come you can't hear the fan, but on my Blue Yeti y'all can hear it? That's some bullshit. Oh, man. I miss streaming. Nowhere Nick. I can hear it a little. You're the third person? They finally speak. Nowhere Nick. Nowhere Nicks. It's nice, though. It's soft. Yeah, it is soft. Now that you have spoken, I am curious. What brought you here, stranger? Are you new? Or are you somebody who's changed their name and I don't recognize? Do not fear. I only talk directly to you. I'm so sorry. Oh boy. This is my kind of stream where I can talk to everybody. I'm like, if you're going to be here, you can poke and prod me. You could ask questions. I don't mind. It keeps me entertained, keeps you entertained. I can talk about so many things. It's very rare, like, I did have blips where I couldn't talk. Like, I just genuinely couldn't come up with anything to say. I hate having silent streams. I don't do quiet moments often. I'm like, if I'm not actively talking, then I'm bad at whatever I'm doing. You know, like, I may be monetized, and I treat this like it's a job, but it is not my job, but I still treat it this way. I don't think I have a normal way to treat something like this. You know? I've lurked here and there, but never typed. Oh, well, we welcome you, and we're glad that you've said hello today. No pressures, no pressures. I really like your profile pic. Is it... I think that's an OC. Okay, now I'm a little nosy. Oh, wait, you've commented a few times? Eh? You did? Nani? Wait, are you a VTuber? I'm following you. I love that I could do that. It's just so cute. So cute. You have now gained a subscriber. unfortunately. I mean, I really wish I had like a button where I can folder all of my like follows, so I could be like, this is the people who do animations, this is the people that do documentaries, this is the drama channels, this is the VTubers. I wish I could do that, because I follow so many people that my YouTube quite literally can't function. Like over 40,000 people or something. Not 40,000, but like 4,000. And it's like, it almost becomes redundant, because it's not like when you subscribe to someone, it's not like Instagram when you leave a like that shows the love. Subscribing doesn't show the love. Watching the video shows the love. Liking the video shows the love. It's a weird backwards system, don't you think? I think so anyway. The lurker. I see that I did that until the stream, really? Really? Yeah, to all my lurkers, don't be afraid. Say hello. If you don't want a full-on conversation, I'll just say hi. And then we'll leave it there. Otherwise, if you further engage, I will talk. I will talk directly to you through a screen. I'm that kind of VTuber. People want like a comfy VTuber that they can just like lurk and do art with. I'm like the opposite. I'm like, this is like a pseudo date with 5 people. Hey, dates can be platonic, right? You have a date with a counselor, right? Oh God, I feel like if you said that, you need another counselor. I'm silly. I saw your model, I think, first on Twitter. Super cute. I think I followed you most places soon after, but just don't type a ton. Oh, that's sweet. Yes. Thank you. You're so sweet. Aw, no, you're sweet. A hidden gem you have been. Super cute. Now that I think about it, Genta has somewhat inferred enough when I was 14 to take some impact on my future. Oh, no. Sorry. I know I say some wise things sometimes, but I don't know about the other times that I don't know what I said. Is there like a Genta memory that you have? Like, when you hear Genta, what is the first things that come through your head? Are they like descriptors, or do you have like a clip in mind or a story in mind? No matter what it is, whether it's a good or bad story. I'm very curious, because like for Cherry, what would mine be for Cherry? I just talk to her all the time, so that one's maybe a bad example. I forget what I was doing. My brain can't keep up. That would be such a nice feature. It would be a life-saving feature if only. Somebody has never said that before to them. They need to know. YouTube need to know. New person. Yippee! Yippee! I can't do it. Yippee! Yippee! I can't do it. It's just hard. If there's a lot of people talking, I tend to shy out just because I don't want to. Exactly. This is the kind of community I like to foster. People who have respect, because it's called reading a room, and some people can't read a room. But the people who can read a room sometimes overread the room and don't want to be a bother. Well, guess what? You can't be a bother here. I'll let you know when I'm like, oh, chat's moving too fast, or oh, there's too many people, or oh, I can't remember the story so often. Like, those are the signs that I'm probably overwhelmed. And unless you have like nothing to say, it's like, yeah, you could dip out and that'd be okay. Like, be mute and not chat in the chat, you know, if you're trying to be nice. But more often than not, the lurkers are the ones that have stories and questions that really like start a conversation and keep a stream being lively. You guys make the streamer. The streamer can be themselves, but sometimes they need that input. Even if it's like a big streamer, they still need that tiny input of like, Bao likes to bark, and then you see in the edited clip, and they have them highlighted, and it's like, what do you mean I bark? And that's the clip. There you go. See? It's just that easy. It's just that easy, babes. Everybody chilling. Lol, that's sweet though. I like that. It is sweet. We just chillin'. I have some memories, yeah. Most of them just chill like this. Aw. I would be so honored if you had, like, a specific one. You don't have to. It's usually the specific ones that you're like, that's too personal. It was when you were talking about such and such a thing or something like that. And I'm like, I would probably remember it too. Uh-oh. It died again. We're gonna put it back on the screen. I think my phone's overheating. Nah, it's doing alright. I'll keep reading chat while this boots up, if this is still live. But then I'm in Cheerios chat, being the main talker. Yeah, see, that's the other thing, is, like, Twitch culture dictates that you shouldn't be a burden. Like, Twitch chat doesn't talk, they just want to observe, but that's because you're probably lurking them and not watching them, which feels kind of disingenuous on Twitch. Being like a ghost watcher on Twitch does not hit the same as being a ghost watcher on YouTube. You know what I mean? Sometimes I really enjoy talking with her, though. She is nice. Who? Me? Or someone else? Did I my brain's starting to go. I think in the next, like, probably at midnight, I can, like, take proper meds. I don't think I'm in a bad place anymore. I could probably take proper meds now, even though I already took all my meds. Sometimes you got double med, and this is double med day, apparently. I could take that vitamin that knocks me out. Yeah, if melatonin doesn't work for you, there's this vitamin. Oh, it doesn't have the name on it. It's called alpha something, and it literally is the part that processes the melatonin in your brain. So if you eat melatonin gummies to go to sleep, you can have a broken melatonin gland, and it doesn't work. So what this alpha does is, like, it just skips that entirely and just makes the sleep center of your brain function better. It skips the melatonin completely, and it just goes straight for the neurons and that parts of your brain to function properly. It works immediately too. Like, I would not recommend taking, and it's a vitamin, I would not recommend taking the whole capsule. You will be unconscious. So just take, like, 1/6 of it and just mix it with water and chug it, and then there you go, you got it. Doesn't have a bad taste. Anyways, let me get back to what we're doing here. I mean, everyone needs an impact to start a conversation. Exactly. That's literally how I think what comedy sketches work, where you're on the stage and you're doing stand-up comedy. Stand-up comedy makes me cringe, especially when it's in a compilation of stand-up comics all being heckled and it's always many different people. I'm like, this is rude. It's too intimate at that point. I don't like it when they get intimate with the crowd. I don't know, some people like crowd work. Depending on the crowd work, I don't. Like, it's so close when you're at a bar, you know? Anyway, I wouldn't know. I don't go to a bar, but I've seen enough videos. There's the time I made a keyboard nuke happen at Subnautica with the apple juice. I remember some time when you said something out of pocket. Alright, well, you know what? I don't remember what that is. Apple juice. Okay, it sounds familiar, but even my brain can't piece it together, but I know what you're talking about. If it was a Subnautica stream, that's still pretty recent in my memory. What else? I like chatting with Cherry. Honestly, I enjoy talking to anyone inside Grace. I'm glad. We did a lot of background. We made sure everything was of course we get along together because we have a personality. We're not looking for numbers. We're not looking for big models or, like, really nice models. Our biggest concern was, will we get together well? Niji Sanji doesn't even fucking do that anymore. They're just, like, hiring people and they don't know anybody, or they know somebody and they're just a nepo baby. We don't do that. We don't do that in Stargazers. We look for people we have likenesses, personalities that match, but they still add their own zest to the thing. We fit. We make sense. We're just a small group that put a lot of effort into sourcing our people. And we found good people. We found the best people. And there's still people who auditioned that we would have been completely honored to get to know. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. What else? I was chatting with ooh, that sounds nice. I remember that one time you did karaoke stream that had really good music. First time I seen online karaoke. Was that when I was still Reality Genta and that was like my 1,000 subscriber milestone? Because all the songs were time-stamped by Scartle, but he is now known as Kushi, the Forest Doggo on Twitch. He time-stamped all that for me, and I did a really good job on Bo Burnham. I'm just an artist. What is it? I don't know. I can't remember the lyrics. I'm too tired right now. It was a Bo Burnham song. Just a cool VTuber group. Basically, we're very family. I would say family. Like, the girls tell us about their bad days or if they had, like, some experience in the community and they're like, is this normal or what's happening? And we're home. We're home for the girls. We're home for them. It's nothing big, nothing too grand. We're home. Right? I know at this point saying, like, a VTuber family, like, we're a family, the Stargazer family. But we really do just kind of like a friend group. Maybe family's too intimate for some people because just have, like, family VTuber groups usually end up in misery, right? But, it's kind of nice. It's kind of nice to call people that. Mostly just talk here, but I make some cameos on other Stargazer streams. Aw. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad you guys, are actively supporting the girls and being intelligent enough and telling me that you're doing it not because you're trying to do a service to us, but because you genuinely enjoy our company. That's the most important, because we want your company to be good. We don't want to content farm. That is the one thing I'm very grateful none of us like to content farm. None of us are content farmers. Some of us could, honestly. I mean, Desiree has the skills. She could content farm all the time. But she doesn't. Or Mio. Mio's very talented. She can make YouTube videos, honestly. But she doesn't. One, it's a lot of work. But two, we kind of just like what we're doing. I'm sure they want, like, certain upgrades. But, it's fine. It's fine. Kimmy's changing right now. Their style, but that doesn't bother me at all. For the first time, somebody changing their style doesn't really bother me. Usually I'm very protective of, like, somebody rebranding entirely, because it's like I have so much emotions with this one person in their style and now they're gonna look completely different. But Kimmy's just gonna be, like, more true to herself, and I already knew a bit of her true to herself, and so it doesn't look like a stranger to me, and that's very nice. She won't be a stranger when she reevaluates her moniker. I will miss the old moniker, but in my head I'm already justifying that it's like, oh, that was Kimmy 1, this is Kimmy 2. But it's still all Kimmy. She works very hard. Yeah, hi Dream. I was wondering what happened to you. Where'd you go? I hope you weren't eating poo, girl. Yeah, most of the blah, blah, blah. I talk in others. Very cool. Yeah. I don't know. What do you guys think about, like, content in general? What do you watch when you're not watching? I guess. What are you watching right now? That's not me. Because I know you are. I'm not that entertaining. What do you entertain yourself that's Ungenta related? Do you draw? Do you listen to a podcast? Do you edit? What kind of stuff are you guys into or doing? Reading a book? I don't know how some people can read while somebody else is talking, but multitasking exists for a reason, I guess. Someone had a good idea for her new model and her being herself. The one she does now is her magical transfer. Yeah! See, that's perfect. That is absolutely perfect. That's exactly. It also helps that she's doing the art and rigging herself, so it's not, there won't be like a style change. Not that she's not allowed to or anything. It's just, VTubing kind of has that idol sphere where any change is kind of like hissed at. I've had it happen. I've had people say it's like, oh, you fell off, or oh, I don't like that, or oh, you've changed, and it's sad, but it is true. They're not being malicious. The ones that are being malicious, you just know to ignore those bitches. Yeah. I enjoy watching you, but I am playing Hearthstone with friends. Well, I appreciate your multitasking. That is a very impressive skill. I can't manage it. I barely can look at chat and then look at my phone, look at chat, and I'm also falling asleep. Speaking of which, I think... Let me look. Oh, it doesn't give me a time. Oh, there it does. I think this is a good re-entry into streaming for today. Scuff stream scuff. But yeah, I enjoyed your guys' company. Thank you for all the wonderful experiences of teaching me about teeth and other things that I will never forget. I'm just joking. You guys are lovely. So I think I'm going to call it here. I'm going to try to go to bed. If you see me post something, you know what's up. So I'll be seeing you guys around. Are we good? All right. Good night, everybody. Get your rest, or have breakfast, or have fun with school, or whatever games. See you around. I also don't know how to shut this off. Is it this way?